Hi, Sinthu. Thank you so much for joining us on the
Thank you.
Finding Order and Disorder podcast. And just so you know, this is a Women's Day special, and I'm so happy to have you here with us today. I just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you want to share, and we'll get started then.
Oh my God, a lot. So I'm Sindhu. Thank you for having me, Isha. Um, it's just funny how everyone you meet has a purpose in your life, and I feel like that car ride we had was a momentum where you said something and then I said something and I'm like, oh my God, no way. And we were like, just like, we couldn't stop talking. So, and then the idea came up to do the podcast. And then I'm like, what is the best time to do it on Women's Day? So I'm like, let's do this. So now we are here. And I'm so grateful that you chose me to share everything about life, woman, motherhood. So I'm here. You ask me anything.
So, why don't you tell us something about how you view yourself as a woman, the challenges you have faced, and also how those challenges have empowered you to who you are today?
I think one thing I realized as I got older is that how strong as a woman we are built. And sadly, it takes a lot of struggles and painful events to realize that it's embedded in you. And then you just have to, like, hey, I got this. There's nothing that breaks you down and shatters you. It's embedded in you. And like every obstacles that I came across in life just made me like, wow, I did this. I came past this. And like thinking back to every stages of life, I think like I am better where I am today as a woman. I'm just proud to be a woman. And then being a mom takes you into another whole perspective of being a woman.
You have two daughters, yes?
Yes, I have two lovely teenagers. Yes. And then I'm a woman, but then what they bring to the table or around me makes me a mother, which like in it just natural. Like they say, oh, like when you become a mom, you just naturally become like nobody tells you this is how you're gonna be. But I think my daughters play a big part in my life. Like everything that I do, I feel like that's my weakness and my strength are my daughters. So I owe it to them. And even like I don't think anything in life that's gonna come now, like I'm ready. Like bring it on. I'm ready. Cause now it's not like I'm protecting myself. I have two daughters who like they look at me like I'm the powerful one. I'm the one that's strong, strength. And like so for me, I can't be down.
Yeah, yeah.
I can be down. I can't show like you have your days, like when you want to be like lay low. No, I can't because I'm a
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, that's very powerful, especially for me. I mean, I'm not a mom yet, but I have studied early childhood, and I love children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very passionate about them. What I wanted to ask you then is, I know we share a lot of common things.
Yes, we do.
So just speak about that without getting right into it, but slowly, because for me, I know when I got married previously, I went through a divorce, and I faced a lot of stigma, from
Mm-hmm.
society, just in general, about the whole situation. And for me, of course, it was a double-edged sword because I also have a mental health diagnosis. But at that time, I mean, there was a lot going on. But I guess for you, how was your journey when you went through yours? And maybe, yeah, something that.
I think like marriage is a beautiful thing. It can be ugly, like any other relationship. I think I was married for 10 plus years, but I would say I was like in marriage was like 6, maybe 5 years. And then, you often think that, like, why are you here? Sometimes you feel like you're not meant to be here, but you're here.
Mm.
And then, and there's a lot of factors. When you have kids with someone, you stick around, okay, it's for the kids. And especially the culture we come from, it's not easy.
Mhm.
So it took a lot of courage. Um, it was one special person. My little one actually came up to me one day and said, "Mommy, why don't you divorce Daddy?" And then, like, it's like, when a tube light goes in your head. And then I'm like, okay, because all these years I've been sacrificing and putting up with everything for her and for her sister. So when my daughter asked me that question, it just brought like so many questions. Like, we're just taught to live certain way. Do it because for your kids, do it because of your family, do it. No one ever tell you do it because for you. And I think when my daughter asked me that question, like, because she wants to see me happy, because what she sees now in that marriage is not, she doesn't see me happy. So that was a big turning point in my life. And I think that was the day that I made the decision to end that relationship.
that that seems very powerful that it had come from your daughter. And also, we don't often think that, you're right, that we have to,
It was sad
yeah,
because you don't imagine a 7-year-old to even have that process of, hey, like, why is mommy not divorcing daddy? That
yeah,
shouldn't be a 7-year-old thought process. So that hurt, but I felt like it was it was an experience where, like I was woken up. It's like I was sleeping for so long, and here comes my daughter and wakes me up. And nobody knows this, because like, if you go and tell, like, people, they would be like, no, no, like, no. But this, like,
yeah,
I till today, like, it gives me chills just thinking about the moment. Like, we were just randomly having, we were in a living room. Oh, I was actually putting a back, like, getting her ready to send her to school.
hmm,
And I remember her asking that question, and it's like, when you're putting the backpack on and then you just pause.
yeah.
And that was like, the whole scenario.
So that was when it changed for you. So it's very interesting you shared that, because I also have that turning point for me, except that time I didn't have children. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
children, but that turning point for me was when uh, it was like a pain body awakened inside me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had that one incident where, where my ex-husband slapped me on my face, and I was like, that's the same pain that is awakening inside of me. And
Mm.
at that time, I had actually read that book, The Power of Now.
Oh, the power of now. Yes.
Yes,
Echo Heart.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So it was even more thoughts were going in my head, that
Mm-hmm.
that's something that realization that, that, but once there's no going back, right?
Yes. It's funny because in that 10 period of years, so many people, like, would come and tell me, even like strangers would, like, notice something and would tell me, like, no, leave. But it just had to be that one moment where it, like, kicks you, like,
Yeah,
this is it. And it was that moment. Like, nobody can m- make that decision for you. You had to do it on your
mm,
own. It comes, but you will know when that moment comes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess my next question for you is, I, to comment really on the awareness of a child, because I know back when I was 6 years, that's around the time when my parents divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot that I thought I was not processing back then. But then now, when I am 34, I'm like, oh, that is what was going
Yeah.
on. And then you were processing everything and understanding everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess uh, now your daughter is now she's a teenager.
Teenager.
She's a teenager.
Yes.
And so I guess how if you can share how has she processed this looking back to her age back then? Does she remember this or do you only remember this?
Does she remember? Oh yeah, she remembers. Cause me and my
Mm,
daughters, we have a we share everything.
yeah,
You name it, we share about everything. It could be like a normal conversations, but my daughter remembers everything. And one thing I was worried about going through the whole process of separation and divorce is that I don't want my kids to get affected emotionally.
sure. Mm,
It's hard,
yeah,
but I feel like the transition was so much better than I expected because the other parent was never part of the life of our daily day routine or our daily day activities. So it wasn't a big transition.
right.
It's like you live in a house and you're missing a furniture. So
Yeah.
it was like that because we did everything. So like if you were to go ask my daughter, oh hey, what did you do? What kind of activities you do with your mom? They will list you like 20, I don't know, 20 of them. And then like I think we had so much together and it like the bond we share is till today is like obviously they're teenagers, they want to do their own thing, but there comes like, oh, I want mommy and my
So
dad.
I know you have a lot of coping strategies, which I have also used in my life. So one of them is, of course, art.
Yes.
So you want to talk about? I know. Do you do painting or
Yes. So I like freehand paint. Like if painting is my therapy.
yes.
So like if I'm down, you're gonna get a masterpiece. That's how I look at it. Like if
Yeah,
I'm like
absolutely.
if I'm like really down, I said, okay, I gotta use
You
this
gotta
for it.
use it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna paint the best picture ever.
Yeah.
And then I listen to music and I enjoy dance. So I'm a Kathak dancer. I'm in the process of learning Kathak, but like I love art because I feel like through art you display so many emotions. Like you dance when you're happy, you listen to music when you're sad, and I dance when I'm sad too. So it's and then the painting is like a big part of um, my childhood till now because that's how I used to cope up with my emotions when I was young. I would always have a sketchbook.
Yeah.
Even now, before at work, before any meetings, like I'll just start scribbling because that's how I cope up with anxiety, anything. It's like I release it through art and it becomes the beautiful piece.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, because that's something that helped me a lot too. And the funny thing was, I wouldn't call myself an avid painter as such, but when I was
But
going
you're an
through,
artist.
I am an artist. But when I was going through my lowest times, I did take to painting, and
oh, you did.
yeah. So
I didn't know
actually,
that.
yeah.
That's something new.
Yeah, so actually on the cover of my book actually has that painting that I made.
Oh wow. Okay, I gotta re-look at that.
Yeah, I know. I'll show you, but that's a less
Mhm.
known not many people know, but I like to do it sometimes too. That's why I was very interested in that.
Yes.
And yeah, and I guess I wanted to actually ask you about what you thought about this, the idea that the characters that are
Bring it on.
seared. Yeah, I am. I'm bringing it on. The characters that are seared with the deepest scars really come out the strongest.
Yes.
How does that speak to you?
Sometimes, I feel like I give and I give because I feel like I know how it feels. Even like sometimes it drains you. Like, because you've gone through so many of obstacles and so many level of stages of painful events. and then you meet people and you want to tell them it's going to be okay, but for them at that moment they're not ready to believe you,
Yeah.
because you have gone through it and you've seen the whole process and the transitions. You're like, hey, like, you're gonna get through this, you know.
Yeah.
And then I have a lot of what I always feel like, you got to be true to yourself. When you're not true to yourself, you can't be anything. I have, like, I would say, like, uh some of my friends, or like not close friends but people that I know of, that are in a relationship where it's like they're dragging
Yeah.
and they don't know what they want. And then it's sad because you lose yourself in the process of trying to satisfy someone, trying to fit into the way they want.
Yeah.
You just lose yourself completely.
You have to have that agency, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I feel like now I'm 36. I feel like I am more of myself in my life than I ever been, because I feel like you just take your time to focus on yourself, do what you love, and like I'm literally learning about myself every day.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I don't think a lot of women take time to do that, because once they go through a divorce, like especially in our South Asian culture, it's like they face a lot of stigma.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you're divorced, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can. No, I feel like I like live my life the way I want, as long as I'm not hurting anyone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And like,
Freedom with responsibility.
freedom with responsibility, plus I'm a mom,
Yeah.
and I gotta be respectful to my daughters, and everything we do it together. I'm like, you name it,
You even
we
dance together,
we
no?
dance, we do TikTok, we play volleyball, we do everything, you name it.
Yeah.
There's no stop, because the way our life is, or how my life was before.
Yeah. So I wanted to steer away from, of course, the personal aspect, but now you are helping other people
Yes.
through yes.
Yes.
So now you are doing social work.
Yes.
So if you could speak to that a bit, how is that, and how also, I guess my main question for you is how did you arrive at that, where you were like, okay, this is what I want to do, and why did you make that decision? What made you
You
choose
know,
it?
it's funny you say that, because I wanted to speak about this, because I feel like, because when I was young I wanted to be a nurse,
Okay.
then I wanted to be a flight attendant, but I feel like every process, everything I went through shaped me to be who I am today. And social worker was like the calling, because like it could be my friends or my coworkers, like they will come to me for advice, and then I'm like, hey, like, why, but then it became a habit. Then I'm like, hey, like, it's not like I'm good at it, because I feel like I made sense because I went through so many
Yeah.
different scenarios in life
Yeah.
that maybe speaks the right thing at the right time. I don't know how to call it, but I
Yeah.
felt like being a social worker, it was my calling.
Yeah, because it's like your lived experiences
Yes.
were giving you that backing,
Yes.
that.
And I strongly feel like, when you have a faith, and I'm very spiritual. I wouldn't say
Yes.
I'm religious, I'm very spiritual.
Yes, same
So
here.
I feel
Yeah.
like the calling was so strong, like it was like a testimony. Everyone I met, like, I needed to talk.
Yeah.
And they would vent to me, they would cry to me. I had like strangers would come and like pour out their like life issues, and then I'm like, you know what, God, okay, there's a reason. So like, it just, even like my daughters get annoyed when they go out with me. It's like, Ma, like, why are you talking to everybody? So I think everything you go through as a woman in life shapes you. And you gotta be grateful when there's bad times, when there's especially ugly times.
Yeah.
And then I always think, even now, it doesn't mean that my life is like perfect, but I feel like I learned to overcome and adopt and like
You're making lemonade.
yeah,
You're making
literally, yeah. And I think I
got lemon,
handle
you're
it.
making lemonade.
Yeah, because now if you ask me what I worry about, nothing.
Yeah.
I worry about nothing, and
Well, it shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because like at work, some of the older aunties would be like, oh, your husband must treat you like a princess, like you're always happy. And then I'm thinking to myself, no, woman, like I take care of myself. But that's just how outside people see it. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
we have to be taken care of, right?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I take care of myself.
Yeah.
I treat myself like a princess, and I'm happy.
Yeah. It's that's funny. I forget. I think it was a recent film, but it she gets flowers. That scene where she gets flowers. She's a dancer, and then it was a South Indian film. It got remade recently. I forget the
I'm
name,
not
but
sure.
I will tell you the scene. She literally gets flowers because she's a dancer, and then she brings it, like she gets it for herself, and then somebody asks her, so who got them for you? Oh, they're so beautiful. And she's like, I got it for myself.
That's something I would so do.
Exactly. So I think we really underestimate the power of self-care.
Yes.
So definitely that's very important. Yeah, so I guess if you want to share anything else, I mean, these are the things I wanted to talk about, because the personal and the your social work and your art. I mean, I think these are the three things that I really get so inspired when I see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's funny because everyone at work, or they were like, Sin, how do you have so much time to do gym and art and this and that? Because I feel like you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You got to do what you love in the time that you have.
Yeah.
It's not about work and life, and like, yeah, you got to work to pay the bills. But I feel like I learned so much that I sacrifice doing things for others. And it, like I said, in the process of it, you stop caring about yourself.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I never let go in while I was in a relationship, while I was married, even after I got divorced, is that I always took care of myself.
Yeah.
Like nobody had the power to take that away from me. And even now, like my daughters would like come out, like we're gonna have a normal breakfast. They will get their hair done, they will dress up nice, and they will come.
Yeah.
Because they say kids don't do what you ask them to do, they do what you do. So
yeah, absolutely.
so
They're a
for
mirror.
me, like I
Yeah.
gotta always look put together. And you know what, it's actually like, it's when you look good, you feel good. And I strongly believe that, because
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
sometimes like if I'm going to work, they're like, oh, Sin, you didn't do your hair like this, like like they notice everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta do it because my girls at work gonna compliment me. Those little things. I think, especially like women, like you coming up to me and say, hey, we're gonna do this podcast, and I was like, hey, like you need that. You need that woman friendship,
Yeah.
the interaction, that support. And even when you would compliment on my art and my stories, I'm like, yeah, like I'm noticed.
Yeah.
So you feel special.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially with my artwork, I just do them.
Actually, something which reminds me of what you said, kindness is actually more powerful than diet or exercise.
Yeah,
that's right. Be kind.
Be kind, yeah. And then and then compliment whenever you get, like,
yeah, like do maybe like couple compliments a day, but not like the fake ones,
Yeah,
like
you gotta
gotta mean it.
Yeah. Like I had someone said, like I was so tired, I wanted to get like 2 espresso shot, and then this lady, like screening officer, walks by and she goes, oh, like I like your makeup. And then I'm like, oh wow, okay, so I don't look that sleepy. So it's like simple, like compliment makes someone stay.
Yeah. I wanted to end on this note, and I didn't want to open with it because it was just something we both have experienced gender-based violence, and we both have come out of it in ways that cannot imagine. And we do not need to go into the details of this. But I want to leave with this powerful note and this end note. What advice would you give to women who might be still going through this, or uh, have gone through it and are trying to find their way out, or just in general? Because I know that there are stages, right? Like, it happens, then there's a healing path, and then there's one where you find yourself, because that's how it was for me. So how was that journey for you into this woman that you've become, that you'd tell yourself that this what I am now, and what this manifestation is actually the best ever in my entire life, and that's also how I feel about myself. So how can we turn that into something so positive, and not in a way which says, how you said earlier, if someone is going through something, the first thing people say is, oh, you know what, just be positive.
Yeah.
About just be positive. But sometimes saying that is not enough without actually giving a solution, or like actually trying to help and provide a listening ear. Because otherwise, I just learned this today, it's toxic positivity.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's weird you say that. It's actually true.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually true.
So yeah, so how, I mean, we both went through that at some stage, and we found our way, and we're here. So now, what is your advice to women out there? Look at how empowered you are.
You want to hold my hand?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think this is, when you ask me to do this, this is such a like a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Because that abuse went on for, I would say, 10 years. And you know what? I can forgive the abuser, but not the people that watched it. Because when you're getting hurt, you're helpless. But the ones that,
the
bystanders, it could be your family, your friends, that didn't give you a hand to pull you out from there, because you didn't know better. If you knew better, you would have walked out the first time that strike happened.
Absolutely.
But because you didn't, and nobody, my 10 years would have been in a 1 year.
Yeah.
But it took my 7-year-old those words to take me out. That was the strength that she gave me.
Yeah.
But I wish somebody would have come and took my hand and said, let's go, and I would have gone. Because we are told, work it out for the sake of the kids. It's never, see, now I look at it as, when my daughters would come from our dance practice, and we would be so scared because we don't know what's waiting. So we would be so scared we would walk slowly, we would make noise, like we would even have we would just snack instead of warming up food, because it was just you fear what's the outcome is going to be. And I feel like right now, when I got my own place and seeing my daughters have their own room, and then this is like a safe haven.
Yeah.
Like, my house is my daughter's safe haven.
It's your home now.
It's my home. I created my own little family. And when you walk into the door, we used to feel those dark clouds, you're just the anxiousness you feel from head to toe.
Yeah.
Now I walk into my home, it's it's heaven.
Yeah.
That's my piece of heaven.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
And sometime I would think did I really go through this?
Yeah, it feels like it wasn't even you, right?
Yeah, did I because not everybody can see. Sometimes it's not the outside, it's internal.
Yeah.
So in over the years, you forget sometime such a bad things were done to you.
Yeah.
And then I as a woman, it's a huge thing you overcome. But when you're a mom, you want to make sure that it doesn't repeat.
Absolutely.
And I think
you're a tiger mom now.
Yes, I think it's not about raising, say, like if I had a son, it wouldn't be anything different. Raising your kids to be better.
Yeah.
And I don't wish anything bad for anyone. I think who my abuser needed help, and I pray that they get the help they need. But then the more help who needs it is the one that was watching it happen and did nothing about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think like I'm strong and I'm happy and I'm free spirit because I just let it go.
You know, I should tell you something, and this might come across as a surprise. It probably does to me too, but this realization that I probably would have still been there if it wasn't for my diagnosis of mental health, because I actually felt sick, and that's when my doctor said that you should. I was still trying to make it work,
Because
but
it triggered you. It
it did
caused it.
triggered me.
It
Yeah,
triggered
and you know that right now. So, but that is essentially, and I probably would have also tried to make it work for, and yeah, and back then also we were I mean I was trying to be a mother, and but because of
You
my
can because you're
yeah
as it should.
yeah, because because of my because I'm on meds, and it's just there were those things. They were almost like, but having said that, even for me it took me at least like 2 years or more to really get back to my own.
Your own self.
Exactly. And what saved me really was my dance, because when I became a dance teacher, I joined as a kindergarten teacher, but then I started dancing, and
Oh
and was the
wow.
children's energy. And you know what you said earlier about the children, or anyone for that matter, noticing your appearance. So I have written that in my memoir too. Like when I'm when I'm having like a low day or a bad day,
Mm-hmm.
a child will come up to me and say, uh,
They sense it.
yeah, what is it? You're not wearing kajal today, ma'am?
Oh wow.
That is what they always used to say. I said, yeah, today I didn't wear kajal. What to do? So then I would be,
Yeah.
putting the kajal and the lipstick. So I'm still not very big on makeup even today, but
Yeah.
I still try my best.
Oh no. You know
But yeah, so that but there's so many things that you
mm-hmm.
said that yeah.
It's I don't it's like it's never ending. There's this movie. It was a book. It ends with us. Have you?
I've heard of it. I think it rings a bell. But tell
Okay,
me,
I
tell
gotta
me,
share this.
tell me. You have
So
to.
my daughters, I was at work, and then my daughters went to go see that movie with my best friend, and then they turned around while they were at the theater, and then they said, "Oh, this is so like mommy's life."
Oh,
Because in that movie, and I said, I don't want to see anything that's gonna trigger back
those
memories,
absolutely, yeah.
because I have worked my way to
Wait,
live
true, yeah,
peacefully.
absolutely.
So I said, okay, but then when it came on Netflix, I said, okay, let's give it a shot, like
Yeah.
face the
Yeah,
fear.
yeah.
And it's funny because when you're in love, you see it as everything like blindly.
Absolutely.
So there's a scene where like he pushes her down the stairs, and while she's with him, he's like telling her, "Oh, like I tripped and I pushed you."
Yeah.
But then when she actually realized and sees it in the real light, he actually pushed her.
Yeah.
So when you're in love, it could be friends, family, partner, you see everything blind.
Absolutely. It's like you
It's not just
you believe what you
yes.
want to believe.
It's not just
yeah.
partnership. It's friendship.
everything.
It's everything.
Yeah.
You see it with blind eye.
Yeah, you see it through that colored lens. So it's like yeah, absolutely. 100%.
And then I feel like you gotta like be like very connected with yourself.
Yeah.
You need to know you to understand everything around you. If you don't know yourself, you're just gonna be piece of them, piece of that, and you're gonna be all over the place.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gotta be solid.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
can't make lemonade with everybody.
I know,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
It,
And
it is,
I
yeah.
think, and you know, like you can have it, like as a woman, I mean, like I have my down days. Like I would, if I want to cry, it's okay to, I'll stay in my room and I cry.
Yeah.
As soon as I know my daughters are coming up or anything, just wipe it off, dance it off, and go on.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a process.
Yeah, and there's no shame in being vulnerable.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
I think we have to get over that.
Yeah.
That guilt. Uh, I don't know where to stop this. We could just talk all evening and go into the night.
Oh my God.
But it was so nice talking to you.
Thank you, Isha.
I think we went like we had it so organic, and it was such a beautiful conversation, and it was so positive, and I just love that because I don't, I don't want to. This was so beautiful.
This is like our testimony, yours
right.
and my,
absolutely,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
So I was gonna ask you because you're divorced,
Mhm.
and then you found love again.
Yes.
You didn't talk about that.
Yes, I did.
That's a beautiful part of life that you should share.
Yes. So for me, it was, I just wanted to, I guess I was quite set that I wanted to settle down at some point.
Mhm.
And then it just, when we met, he also knew what he wanted at that point in his life. It was almost like, and it was almost like a very, it was romantic, definitely the first date, but it was also like almost like a,
You resonate with each other.
yeah, we resonate, and we were very, we were not like manipulative or like
No
dishonest.
games.
No game.
Okay.
We had reached a point in our life where
So
we
like
were like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I am, this is what my future goals look like, and whatever it was, we laid it all on the table, and it matched, and then we got to know each other, because I don't want to make
rush
the
into
same
mistake.
yeah, not the second time, and then here we are.
You know what? I'm happy